This right here is the Hilux G. Ito ang middle range variant ng Hilux lineup. It has a couple of updates for this year, which we'll talk about later. Is it worth the money? Let's find out. The 8th generation of the Hilux has been around since 2015. It's been facelifted twice. It's been offered in so many different variants, including Special Edition TRD and GRS variants. So Toyota has definitely milked this cow as much as possible. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing the next generation, which will hopefully come soon. In the meantime though, Toyota has been quietly introducing updates to the regular variants of the Hilux. You'd be hard-pressed to find any articles about it, but the 2022 Hilux G has received a very important update from Toyota. We'll talk about that update, and we'll also do a general walk around of the car. Let's start with the exterior. The front of the Hilux G looks very different from the Hilux Conquest. It gets a different grille. It's smaller, it doesn't extend all the way to the bottom of the bumper, and the frame is painted in gunmetal. On the Hilux Conquest, this is flat black. The Hilux G gets halogen headlamps, and they have a different shape as well. They're not as squinty as the headlights of the Hilux Conquest. Here on the side, you won't see any changes as it looks exactly the same as last year's model. It gets 17-inch wheels painted in black. It gets disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the back. You do get chrome door openers, chrome side mirror covers, and you get a flat black stepboard. It still gets halogen tail lamps, a body-colored bumper with parking sensors. It looks mostly the same, except for one thing. There is one major change in the 2022 Hilux. It now comes with a reverse camera. Now I like how Toyota hid the reverse camera. You won't find it sticking out anywhere over here. It's actually hidden over here. You can barely see it. The Hilux G doesn't come with an assisted liftgate, so this is quite heavy. The Hilux G doesn't come with a bed liner, but do talk to your Toyota dealership. Maybe they can offer you a good deal on a bed liner. Payload capacity is 1,000 kilograms, and towing capacity is 2,800 kilograms for the 2.4-liter Hilux G. Power comes from Toyota's 2.4-liter 2GD FTV engine. Both the automatic and the manual get the same power figures, 148 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. You can either get the Hilux G with a 6-speed manual transmission or a 6-speed automatic. The suspension is unchanged from before. It's still one of the stiffest in the segment. It has a solid rear axle with leaf springs at the back and a double wishbone setup at the front. Okay, so we're now inside the Hilux G. If you're familiar with the previous Hilux G, I think you'll notice right away the difference. The new Hilux G now comes with a different infotainment screen. Hindi na siya mukhang aftermarket. It looks better integrated into the dashboard. It has Apple CarPlay, it has Android Auto, and most importantly, okay, it's taking a while. Okay, continue. And most importantly, it now comes with a reverse camera. As you can see, the resolution is quite decent. This is the manual variant. It comes with a 6-speed manual transmission. So first gear is in its usual place. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. To put it in reverse, just push it a bit further to the left, like so, and push forward. And that is reverse. Surprisingly, this also gets dual zone climate control, which is quite impressive for a mid-range pickup. Down here you get two 12-volt outlets. You have your traction control button over there. Your USB port is actually up here. I like the fact that you have a volume knob. So this does not come with a push start button. You have to start the pickup the old-fashioned way. You have to insert the key in the keyhole, but first you have to step on the clutch, like so. You have a leather-wrapped steering wheel, which feels quite firm. It tilts, and it also telescopes. Over here you get an analog speedometer, an analog tachometer, an analog temperature gauge, and an analog fuel gauge. At the center you get a low-resolution multifunction display. You get quite a few buttons on the steering wheel, but none of them are for cruise control. The Hilux G does not come with cruise control. You get a manual handbrake. You get a cup holder over here, right next to the air vent. Ideal for keeping your drinks cool. You also have one on the other side. And you have one over here. Now, if I remember correctly, you used to have 2 cup holders over here. So apparently Toyota thought that 4 cup holders were one too many. So they removed 1 cup holder and they moved it from the front of the shifter to the back of the shifter. The armrest is covered in fabric. It's nicely padded though. The seats are also covered in fabric. By the way, all variants of the Hilux, except for the GRS, come with fabric seats. Both front seats are manually adjustable. Yeah, so everything else is made of hard plastic. Like this is hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic. You do get this fake stitching over here though. So until you touch it, it actually looks like leather. In terms of storage, you probably know this already, but you get 2 glove boxes. The top one gets an air vent for cooling your drinks. Underneath the armrest, you get pretty decent storage. You get space here for a large water bottle. Also on the other side, you get power folding side mirrors. The steering wheel is quite heavy. This still uses hydraulic steering. Now as for the clutch engagement, yeah, it feels pretty normal. So the biting point is about over here. Headroom is not bad. They have pretty decent headroom. I have about 3 inches. You can adjust the height of the seat if you need more headroom though. Here at the back, space is quite decent. You have decent legroom. Headroom is a bit less than the Ranger, but it's usable. I have about 2 inches of headroom. In terms of toys, you don't get a lot here. You don't get USB ports, you don't get air vents, but the cabin is small enough that the front air vents are enough to cool the entire cabin. You do get a foldable armrest here with 2 cup holders. It is quite nicely padded. You get plenty of grab handles for easier entry. The Hilux G manual sells for 1.25 million pesos, and the automatic variant sells for 1.325. I think it offers good value for money, especially now that it has a reverse camera and an improved infotainment system. I think the Hilux G is a good platform for those who want to build their own pickups. With the amount of money that you can save, you can put bigger tires on it, put a decent lift, and put the accessories that you want to make it truly your own. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.